Hello Year 8s, I'm just going to make a quick video and go over some of the issues people have been having with their design. So I just want everyone, when they're building their doors and constructing their doors, to make sure that they're not drawing their door from the ground like this, because we have added a base. So this door isn't going to work because it's going to go halfway through the floor and halfway through the wall. So you need to make sure that we are drawing from the inside, so the door is at the right height. We need to make sure we're looking at the bottom right and we can see the measurement of the door. So it needed to be at least 0.9 wide. Meters wide. Metre and a half tall looks about right, okay? We then need to push and pull until it says on face. Again, you have to move it back and forth. It might not do it as easily as mine, and you just have to wait and hold. Usually when it glitches like this, it means it's done it, and we can see it's opened it up. We can see also that it is a proper archway, that it's completely solid. If you are doing it the way that a couple of people have, because they haven't been following the video, clicking on that space and deleting it, this is what you get. We get the inside of the wall. See here? And it might not understand on the printer that we actually want to print this as a doorway in a solid shape. So it treats these as two flat planes. So we need to make sure that we're using that push and pull tool, and we are pushing until we get on face, or it glitches and then we pause and it should say on face. Sometimes it might not say it. All you have to keep doing is keep trying. If it fails, do Control Z and try again. Okay, if you want to add a door frame or anything decorative as well, so we can use that square tool, going around our door. And using the push and pull. Here we can see I still have my archway. It's just because I've drawn a new shape. That's the only reason that this doorway has become solid. We can delete that, okay? And this is perfectly fine. This still registers as being a whole shape. The next one I want to talk about is creating your windows. As I've explained before, you can still use the measuring tool to measure out, let's just say, the height, that we want all the windows to be at the same height. You can also use it to make sure that our window is the correct distance away from the wall. So I've just drawn out that little plan. I am going to draw out my window, and then use the same tool, the push and pull, the same way we did the door, to push and pull it. It's glitched, I've paused. We can see that sort of pixelated effect. It's on face, let go, and we have a solid window. A hollow space for the window with a solid rim around. I am also deciding that, so this is as much as you need to do, but if you would like to add some glass, that's okay. We want it to fill in. We want to go here to the right, and here you go into search, and you can search down into glass and mirrors, and here are a couple of different ones, these blue ones here. So I'm going to click on that one, and I'm going to use the paint bucket and click on that window, and then we can see through. Some other ways you can be creative with those windows. So another way you can create windows is I've just drawn up some squares here, and I am going to add some thickness to them. So with the on edge bevel tool, drag. I want them all to be the same, so I'm going to make them 0.02. Make a mistake. So now I've done it to all my shapes. I want to make these complete windows so they're joined together. So I'm just going to select with the arrow tool and delete like this. And then I can use that push and pull, that bevel and emboss, to select this area, and I can pull it out and make a bit of a window frame. And then I'm going to push this back until it says on face, and then I can remove it and create that window. Push on edge is not the correct one. Push back until we get on face. If it's not working, I can also go at a different angle and try again, and that's a better angle. On face, on face, on face, and now we can see that we can see through that window. If I decide that I maybe want to add maybe a ledge, let's go here to this tool, make sure I'm looking at the right angle and I'm coming from the wall. Here, and I'm going to push and pull that out. Again, I'm looking at it at the wrong angle, so it's not quite working. So look at a different angle. I can see why actually now. I've not made it exactly from the wall. So I'm going to go back, make sure that I'm drawing this shape from the wall itself. And along the wall. I'm going to push and pull that out. And what's actually happened is it's filled in this area because I've drawn that new rectangle shape, but that actually works to my benefit because I wanted to fill this area with windows. And there we go, we have a windowsill. Now remembering to include your sustainable features as well. So I am going to build a water tank here. Just put in that bottom shape, and I'm going to use my other shapes as well. So I use a circle. It locks in here to the middle of the shape. So I'm going to make a circle up to that size. I don't want these inside sections, so I'm just going to use that arrow tool again to come in and delete. Like that. And now I want to give this shape, so I'll make it 3D by using the push and pull, and just push and pull it up like this. The other thing that's needed for this part to look like it is really from a water tank is I'm going to include the pipe as well. So the drainage pipe that comes down from the roof, I'm just going to make it square. It's in line, it's not working, there we go. And then I can use the push and pull as well, again, and make it go up to the ceiling. So that's my rainwater tank. If I want to add another sustainable feature, let's just say having my pot plants. So I'm just thinking of the basic shapes to build that pot plant. So I'm going to have a pot here, and from the center I'm going to pull out, have one there, and then use that push and pull to pull up and create that pot. I'm also going to have soil in the pot, so I'll lift up a little bit like that, so you can have that there. If I want to include a dining table, the square shape, again typing in the size with a comma and the next one if you want a specific size, and then lifting it up. Just being careful with your design that we can't have sort of floating shapes like a real tabletop, because the printer won't be able to print that out. It doesn't have any supports. So all we're doing is creating the impression and showing where this particular furniture is. So now that I've done that, I am going to add the shape for my chairs, and then I'm going to use the push and the pull. It won't really work to have a complete looking chair here, but I can be a little bit fancy if I want to. And maybe just add that gap under the chair legs just to give the impression from the outside so it looks like a chair. And there we go. Looks like some chairs at the table, particularly from a distance. So we can see that there's meant to be a dining table there. Same with all the other features if you want in your home. So having the kitchen counter, having the TV or the TV cabinet, the couches as well, adding in all the furniture so we can see the placement, including the beds. I hope that helps you design the rest of your home and sorts out a few of the problems that you've had. Thank you very much.